Hi, hello, and welcome to the Counselorship Report brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name is Serene Priestess Zablosi. I'll be your oracle today. I was sent to deliberate the findings for an open reading, channeled reading. I know it's going to be a little bit darker. I don't know what about that. So we'll figure that out in just a moment. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. It's a delight and an honor to serve you. Thank you for allowing us the privilege to do so. You belong to Welcome Home. Vertex of Abundance is the galactic temple of ascension, delivering sacred messages from behind the veil. If anything resonates deeply with you, go ahead and comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation, simply like the video. We'll be imposing the guidance from the Modern Witch Tarot. So this is a little bit more of an intense deck. It's by Lisa Sturl, and it's over at Liminal 11 Publishing. Actually, I want to change that candle out, so we'll be right back. It wants to be left alone, so we got to back up in case it burns out. We'll also be using the Cosmic Coven Tarot Minor Arcana, okay, by Lisa Lazenby over at Ripe Avocado. We also use, and that's to deliberate any findings for pairing, multiples, triples, etc., and some other things, matching energy. We'll also be using for correspondence and correlative energy to deliberate and clarify those findings from the Vida Sibila, that's by Los Carabello. If any other energies want to be clarified, we'll discuss the decks at that time. Just a little bit of housekeeping. We're on multiple platforms these days, and this is designed for more of a cyclical versus systemic, meaning it's timely, not timeless. Although with this cast, the Oracle Counselorship, it'll fit when you find the video or the audio. There's also an opportunity to increase or slow down the playback speed, depending on the platform that you're at. Just find the video settings, not the site settings, not the app settings, but the video settings for wherever this is playing, audio, video, otherwise, whatever, what have you. And then also, we now put the summary in the show notes. And sometimes it's the about section or the description box, so we'll repeat this announcement for a little bit of time, and then we'll move on to other announcements. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for your patience. Just a quick prayer before we begin. To all those still lost out there, to illusion, delusion, confusion, lost in the seas of time, trapped somewhere in the matrix, yet to heal, yet to awaken, yet to return to the resplendent grace of the divine, unconditional, loving, universal oneness, unupon we love you, but sorry. Please forgive us. Thank you. We ask that our steps be ordered, that our path be illuminated, and that we find salvation and redemption in this lifetime. May we be happy, may we be whole, may we be at peace, may we receive everything we ever wanted, starting with what we deserve. So again, we're going to be imposing the guidance today from the Modern Witch Tarot by Lisa Sturl. It's a little bit intense, this deck. Sometimes it does not hide any type of intention from other people. So oftentimes it picks up on conflict, and sometimes it's straight out spiritual warfare. Not the biblical sense, but it can be. Other times it'll pick up on hidden dynamics that we're not completely aware of. So we're going to lay 4 cards, and then that'll be the core centralized crystallized component energy of this spread. The other cards that come out will clarify or modify these cards here. We have the Two of Wands and the Two of Swords. We have the Star card and the Eight of Cups. Two of Wands, Two of Swords, Star card, Eight of Cups, Two of Wands, Two of Swords, Star, Eight of Cups. One more time. We have the Two of Wands, Two of Swords, Star, Eight of Cups. Now, the Two of Wands is an open road. It's the crossroads. It's weighing up your decisions. It's having options. The only bad option is one option. So this is a good opportunity. Opportunity. The thing about it is that we have the Two of Wands coming out with the Two of Swords. And you see how that flew across? That was a mic drop. And it came out face down, which means there's something going on with the opposing party. We don't have enough energy here to say that there's another person or entity, energy, ideology, maybe an enemy. It could be a lesser self, a former self, a shadow self, some self in a different aspect, parallel timeline across the multiverse, in an existence that we cannot yet fathom here in the physical. But there's a contrast here between the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a choice. The Two of Swords is a decision. The decision usually cuts something out. It's difficult to go back and shake a different decision. With a choice, you can make one choice, come back the next day, make a different choice, and there's not much difference. For instance, you ordering off a menu. One day you choose one thing, the other day you choose another thing. When you make a decision, typically there's a little bit of a sacrifice. When you make a choice, typically there's a little bit of a compromise. What's the difference between a compromise and a sacrifice? With the sacrifice, you go without. With the compromise, you still get something. So I want to say also, this is inclusive, this is exclusive. The Two of Swords could be somebody of an opposing mind. It could be a closed road. It could be needing to navigate and negotiate by bartering, discerning, deliberating. With the Two of Swords, it's not an immediate yes. Oftentimes it's a no, and it might be a persistent no. Maybe not permanent, but persistent no. So this is an open road. This is a closed road. Two of Swords here. And it's still problematic because now we have the Star card. So that's bigger, brighter, and better, faith, hope, optimism. It's the life path, spirit, karma, destiny. It's also the calling on our life. And it seems with this Eight of Cups, like we're withdrawing our energy. We're going up the mountain either for pilgrimage or for some type of learning about our spiritual abilities, spiritual gifts. It's kind of like the Eight of Pentacles, but in the spiritual world, astral world. This Eight of Cups. It also is saying that something has already started where we're going to be getting to a higher ground, because over the last month, we've been maturing in some kind of way, shape, form, or another, or learning about our spiritual gifts or leading into our intuition. We have the High Priestess and the Hermit, Ten of Cups and the Six of Cups. So yes, where we're going is ingating. This Eight of Cups is a bit of travel, whether it's astral travel, astral projection, literally soul incarnational, where we're maturing, leveling up, changing the station of our life, stratification, becoming unreachable, or our former self is now unrecognizable. Our current self is unrecognizable in contrast to our former self. Eight of Cups, Six of Cups it's moving to a place where there's more safe space. What is safe space? Sanctuary and refuge. What is refuge? Safe space and sanctuary. What is sanctuary? Safe space and refuge. So we're either returning to spirit, returning to the original agreement, returning to a time when we were more childlike, innocent. We're also receiving some anointing here. So we might have been charged by the divine, granted, appointed by the divine, to do a few things, especially with this High Priestess here. That's gracious, exalted influence over the entire cycle. With the Hermit, it can be that we're highly spiritual ranked. A high spiritual rank. The Sixes often suggest that. Here would be very high rank with the Hermit. And the Hermit and the High Priestess oftentimes mirror each other, where the High Priestess is the Hermit within the house. The Hermit is the High Priestess out in the world, because usually the High Priestess is in chambers. You have to go to them, report to them. With the hermit, it's traveling within oneself to access soul's wisdom or some type of wise teacher or wise teaching. Because there's initiated knowledge here with the hermit and the high priestess. This is something that needs to be said. And we might be some type of spiritual worker. Star card in the hermit, it's a public worker or somebody that is a public servant. The Five of Cups might be some kind of bubble bursting. Queen of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. So we have a little bit of self-interest here. Lone wolf energy, Seven of Swords. With the Hermit, it's kind of permissible. Queen of Swords, Seven of Swords means needing to break out, break free, or needing some type of discernment, cunning, strategy. We also have a pair of sixes now. Grants, favor, support, gifts, and especially spiritual gifts. Six of Pentacles is receiving favor. Six of Cups is receiving anointing. We have the Five of Cups here as well. So we're good. We're healed in some kind of way, shape, form, or another, but a bubble burst. We had to deal with the disappointment. Somebody probably let us down, or there's mourning and grieving, maybe even a little bit of remorse. Because we're chosen, we were realizing that people were not really cheering for us like we thought. Nine of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Two of Wands. We had a connection to something, someone, some person, place, or thing, environment, surrounding, location. And I'll be honest, something was benefiting from our brokenness. Our unhealed self was what something or someone was attracted to. And the moment we began to mature, the moment we began to level up, handle up, boss up, G up, glow up, it was an issue. It was a problem. For something, someone, some being had an issue. And there's no energy of another person here. So for the other side, this is our former self. This Two of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Star. We didn't know that we were chosen for something and that we were made of love. Perhaps we knew some abstract version of that, but the details, the nitty gritty, the why of the why, the how, the thing, we didn't know the whole everything. We knew some something, but not the whole everything. So we were partially read in just because of experiences that we had, but it was never completely revealed to us. And really what we started to need was discernment. Queen of Swords, Two of Swords, needing discernment, period, point blank, end of story. That's a double whammy for discernment. Queen of Swords, Star card, that could be an Aquarius moon. It also could be a Leo rising. Most likely the moon, because we have the Seven of Swords, Star with the High Priestess. That's a moon in Aquarius. We have a pair of sevens here as well, so there's an alert. There's an alert for some type of manipulation, something is sideways, sneaky, seditious, trifling, treacherous, treason, the Seven of Swords. Seven of Pentacles, there's some type of something is going on in broad daylight with that Seven of Swords. Seven of Pentacles is a strategy, an agenda. A modus operandi. But also with the Nine of Cups here, next to this Five of Cups, something was vainglorious, prideful, illusionary success. So what I'm being told is that somebody thought they knew who we were, how we were going to act, the predilection of our flesh, how we were going to react, respond to certain things, to certain stimuli in the environment. When really we were feeling kind of bold. We were feeling like we had options, even if we weren't executing, taking decisions, making moves. We knew what moves to make, or we were formulating that in the background. Page of Wands with the Two of Wands, feeling franchise, purchase, and control, feeling like we have options. because we had to withdraw energy and move on from something. And now it's left us a little solemn, Queen of Swords. There's a bit of austerity because we had to go within and just take some space from everything and everyone. Hermit. Two of Swords. We're now much more scrutinizing. Queen of Swords, Two of Swords. We're much more scrutinizing. We have a lot of clarity and discernment. When before there was distrust. Two of Cups, Six of Cups, Ten of Cups. There was some type of community, union, environment, surrounding, location. And it also could have been the origin. Six of Cups, Ten of Cups, alma mater is what that means. Where we had come from, where we were systematized and programmed, I mean, conditioned and programmed. There was love, there was trust, there was choice and favor as well. However, there was also a break. The moment we didn't toe the line, the moment we didn't perform in a certain way, the moment we didn't show up as we were expected to, the moment whatever was imposed on us was questioned, there was some type of conflict, and it was an emotional one. Five of Cups, breakup, remorse, mourning, grief, disappointment, the shock of reality, a bubble burst. And then we have Lovers card here. So there was some type of soulmate union with the Ace of Pentacles and the Tower. Now that could be brother, sister, Tower, and the Lovers card. It also could be Cupid's arrow. I would prefer to see the Ace of Cups here, but we have the Judgment card. So there was some type of revelation. There was some type of spiritual guidance. There was also a crisis in love. And then we have the Six of Wands. Three sixes in the reading is some type of soulmate because we have Nine of Swords here. So there is an energy that is not coming through clearly because it's talking to us for this reading about our lower self. With the Modern Witch Tarot, normally we don't get such a clean reading. Usually it comes for you hard, hard, hard. It could be hatchet and ratchet too. This was rather clean and refined. I appreciate it. Thank you, Great Spirit. Crowning the reading is the Nine of Swords. The way it manifests is the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands. We have a choice here and a decision. We can go towards something, we can step back from it. That's these Two of Swords, Two of Cups is part of a triple two. We also have a triple six. Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Six of Wands. So without a doubt, it has to be with being chosen. With the Lovers card here, it could even bring in soulmates, soul family, or the soul group. There's a group that we stepped away from to gain some clarity. This created a backfire. There was some type of strategy at a higher level because there was some illusionary success here. Some energy thought we would perform or act in a certain way. And it might have just been the energy of the group or however humans act. And it might not be humans because there's a difference between a man, a human, and a human being. However, the collective, lovers could be collective. The collective might have had protocols or behaved in a certain way or whatever. And we withdrew our energy. Really, our vibration left. Technically, it's our vibration left this group momentarily. There was some type of pause, and it revealed something in terms of an eventuality. Yeah, so let's clarify a few things because I'm hearing multiple storylines. Let's clarify this triple six, please. So first of all, there's multiple movements, okay? And we are going to dip our toe back into this community, I want to say. It's already here, it's already coming, so this is happening. It's upon us. First thing about this triple six is that we have the six of cups. So that's not just a reunion, but a reconciliation. We do dip our toe back into this community, is what I'm being told, just because of the way that the clarifiers came out. And it's a delayed message here or bad news. We're getting delayed news about a creative new beginning that there's favor for us in this group. Okay, great. I'm getting that somebody thinks we didn't know that. Now, we were holding on to some type of position for of Pentacles. But it's because there's a creative new beginning here, Ace of Wands. In this community, there's a lot of favor for us. Six of Cups, Ten of Cups. This community wants to hold us and nurture us if we can put in energy, put in work. Eight of Pentacles is energy. It's also work. Hold us and nurture us is Four of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. So we're going to need to discern Two of Swords. There's information here that we need to process. Because we're coming to the fact of feeling, we're coming to the awareness that we were feeling left out in some kind of way, shape, form, or another. We probably just stepped away to figure out what our needs and standards were, to understand if our boundaries were being respected and our needs were being met. It might not have been any one thing that happened, this accumulative feeling or sensation. But now we have the Page of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. So there's going to be some type of breakthrough after a breakdown, and that could also be some type of enlightenment or revelation. The Tower and Judgment are both here. That means conflict resolution. And I keep seeing the Six of Cups, but you know what? There's no Three of Cups, meaning reunion. It's the Three of Pentacles. Something, someone wants to work something or something out, and it's not showing up another person, which could also mean that there's just angelic assistance. Three of Pentacles could be angelic assistance. So let's continue to clarify. We also have a triple two here. Okay, so I was thinking about this triple nine. I mean, double nine. We have a pair of nines, a double nine here. And then the clarifier came out. It's from the other side. So there is something going on. And the other side could be our future self, our higher self. If we have knowledge and awareness of who we used to be, where we used to be, what we used to do in terms of however it was contributing to an outcome, then this could be the lower self. But what I'm feeling is the future is talking to us. Here's this Three of Cups, and this is in the future position. The past is this creative new beginning. Something came through to us, Three of Wands, Ace of Wands, creative new beginning. And creative new beginning came across the horizon, came across our eye, our line of view, and tried to communicate with us, tried to engage us in some kind of way, shape, form, or another. And we kind of set that processing because we didn't know how we felt. we just had the record reset, so there's clarifications here now. This Three of Wands won't leave. It's been here plenty. So Three of Wands, and we're in the clarifications right now, talks about, it's like a ping, a signal when you get an alert, but it's not like a cautionary one. The Three of Wands is usually like a confirmation of some kind. And it also talks about something that's already pending. The word with Three of Wands is underwriter commission. We've already kind of put the energy out. We've already kind of sent our ships out and then they're coming back. Or we put the energy out, the feelers out, and then they're coming back. Somebody returns a phone call, we get a confirmation code, we get a notification email, not an alert, nothing concerning or problematic. It also means that there's like franchise purchase control, something, literally something comes across our view, something comes across our vision. It's a confirmation energy. It's been here a lot, meaning we've been thinking about something. Two of Swords, Page of Swords, Queen of Swords. We've been processing, mulling something over, and we've had a few shots across the bow. Three of Wands again. I'm using a lot of ships and sailing, and I grew up with both, so that's for me. But there was a shot across the bow a few times, and it happened a few weeks ago, which meant we already had a week or two to process, and the universe actually has a timeline that it wants us to get in on, or we're going to be on the wrong side of it. And it's the time to take a decision is coming up pretty soon. King of Swords, it means already we need to execute. It's no more of a processing, weighing the pros and cons. It's no, take action, take decision, period. Execute judgment. King of Swords, it's kind of more on the stern side. So with that, let's take a look here and see what this means for us, because now we're, dialed in here. But with this deck, usually it brings up another person. There's no knight, there's no queen, there's no 3, 5, 7, or 9 in the swords on this position where there would be another person. It's all our former self. So we were blessed, we had favor, there was something about us that was easy to discern from others. And we probably just didn't leverage the position that we had because we might not have known about it. We're the Page of Wands, so we're feeling triumphant, but it's because we went within. We found our own something. We could do that all by our own self, and that's exactly what we did. So this has been a protracted process. Nine of Pentacles, that's the delayed arrival. And this other side doesn't know if this cycle is going to yield or if they should put it off, like put it down and move on to something else. The reason being, it's been a little bit tedious, but it feels also like this energy is on the sidelines. They're not engaging with this directly. It does have our affection, but we might not be affectionate, meaning our heart is in this place, this place that's right around the corner. There might not have been any type of affection or courting or acknowledgement, or we have a double 5 here, so there's some changes coming around the destined path. And really, we got to let that bubble burst, and we have to anchor in and acknowledge some type of karmic lesson. We have these triple pin to look at. Oh, we have a whole narrative where this came out. Okay. Wow, that's a lot for me. Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. So we might seem like we're okay by ourselves, but that's not quite true. Really, we're flippant, flagrant, and frivolous. That suggests to me that we might have been mildly offended. And that's why we left. We felt left out or ignored or slighted in some kind of way. Page of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, that's feeling content. So we did feel better by ourselves. That's not untrue. That was a double negative. It's true that we did feel better by ourselves when we took space. The thing about that is we might not have been aware of the reason. Our motivations might have been a little enigmatic or mysterious. And then we have the Four of Cups with the King of Wands. So we've been delaying massive action. We have Five of Swords, Three of Swords. So we tried to suspend something, to withdraw our energy from something. But that was being a lone wolf and working out of self-interest. The universe is asking us to, being a lone wolf working out of self-interest, Five of Swords, Seven of Swords. But the universe is asking us or inviting us, Page of Cups, to maintain this high ground that we have. There's an energy in this future person, future self, but this is all us. And our higher self and our future self, and this place that we're around the corner, there's an energy there that's been waiting for us. And it's fertile, it's a fertile garden. And all we need to do is give it one more go. We might be a little weary, Nine of Wands, but like I said, it's a fertile garden. And we're highly blessed, favored, chosen, and anointed with this Page of Cups, Nine of Cups. And that means we also have a triple nine here in the clarifiers. But we do need to take some kind of massive action, King of Wands. We need to take this high ground or defend this position. And that's this clarity that we need, cunning strategy, tactic. There's a truth. It would be very helpful for us to find out. And it would be found out by venturing out. If we just stay within ourselves, if we just stay put wherever we're posted up at, wherever we were drawn to, we'll be fine all by ourselves, but that's not everything. The Nine of Cups is not as good as the Ten of Pentacles, even though the Nine of Cups is great. You're one with God. That's wonderful. Okay, but God might have intended something for you. Ten of Pentacles is the promise in our life. It's our spiritual inheritance, and it's what was destined to be by our birthright. That's what the Ten of Pentacles teaches. So taking this massive action might do us some good, and unfortunately, it's seen by our current self as unfavorable news because it requires a reunion, going back to a place that we've withdrawn from. And we were detached. We've detached, so we need to reattach. That's what it is. We've detached from our cups. We need to reattach. Yeah. So that's what we got to work on. Eight of Cups. And the thing about this, my dear, is it's right around the corner. It should be happening within a few days. Right. So we have this Nine of Swords with this Tower card. That's the power of the group. We have military on our side and Fidelta on the opposing side. Now, it might not be opposing. It might be our future self to our current self, our higher self to our lower self, our shadow self to our awakened self. Something is breaking down where we're supposed to be, and we're sitting here with the Wheel of Fortune, La Fortuna. So that's what this Tower and the Lover's card is doing. That also means Mars in the third house or in Gemini. I want to check this High Priestess with the Seven of Swords. Maritata, the nurturing. Costanza. Okay, so there's a big sudden shift. It's going to be unforeseen. Okay. Remember, we had the Queen of Pentacles before. It's the same here in the Veda Sibila. Maritata is also the Queen of Diamond. So what we may or may not know is that right around the corner is everything that we're wanting. We have the dinero with stanza. It means the heart of the matter, the Holy Grail, especially coming out right after La Fortuna, and now we have Costanza. It's always been there. We just couldn't see it. We might have needed to spend some time with ourselves. We might have needed to hear ourselves think, feel our feelings, think our thoughts. The time for that has kind of evolved, kind of come and gone. We also have, like I said, the star card that's with the Queen of Swords, that's an Aquarius moon. But we have the Lovers with the Queen of Swords, that could be a Gemini moon as well. And something spoke to the Gemini moon, so let's go ahead and look. I don't see anything that popped up. So Maritata is gone, but now we have La Matrice, Fanciulla, and Dottore. So we have the King and Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups, with Speranza, the hope. So we went away and we refined and polished ourselves. We found some elegance, some dignity, some style, some refinement. La Matrice, there's affection that's hidden, and affection could mean contentment of the heart, because there is some type of competition. It's rivalry or competition, adversarial energy, stubbornness, really. When the solution's already in our hand. So I said this could happen in a couple of days. It's already started. So we have the triple six here with the Lovers. I want to clarify that. Yeah, so we've done all the healing that we need to do. Let's say that we've come out of the chrysalis, the cocoon, as the caterpillar. We're now the butterfly already. That's the thing we need to recognize, because the crisis has already been averted. If we do nothing, it will be a new crisis of inaction. And there was one thing I forgot to clarify here, which was the pair of seven. That's an alert or an alarm. So it's an alert. Pair of seven is an alert. Okay. So we've got to swap what we think, because we're running the risk of canceling something out that's been manifested for us in the background, because we're withdrawn and detached. Eight of Cups is withdrawn, Four of Cups is detached. We're going to run the risk of Ten of Swords canceling something out when it's a gift, a spiritual blessing. Page of Cups of really good attunement and alignment. Nine of Pentacles. That's what this alert is. We've got to attend to a situation, to a pentacle, switch something up. So it's been a delight and an honor to serve. Let's close with an oracle so we know what to title this. I'm not seeing any union energy, but I'm feeling the union energy. And it's because we have the Two of Cups with the Lover's card. That's soulmate union, but here it would be with the benevolent ancestors, with the ascended masters, with the exalted, pure, blissful beings, with the guardian angels. And it says here critical junctures. Taking a big leap of faith, turning points that alter the course of evolution or the connection, major decisions affecting the outcome. We got to get out there, because if we don't make an energetic shift, it's going to be a no. Definitely not when it was a no, not right now before. And for whatever reason, we thought it was a no, not you, ill. That's kind of what this is saying. Because if there is another person, or really, and if we anthropomorphize the energy of this cycle, it is actually the cycle. We have a cycle here as the energy. So it says here, we keep playing out the same story over and over and over again, and it never ends well. When are we going to get better so that we can be better? And it says here, cosmic love, divine feminine, if we go deeper into the story, but right now we're dealing with some type of outer turmoil. And a no, something's been tried to cancel out, but it didn't come into the guidance imposed, it came into the clarification or discernment. Outer turmoil is defined by physical world filled with chaos, confusion, and destruction, battles, arguments, unnecessary conflicts. Feels like the world is falling apart, literally and figuratively. So it's been an honor and a privilege and a pleasure to serve. Thank you for allowing me to do so. This is Cosmic Love. Even though we are not together, we are connected through and through. When I sleep, I dream of you. When I am awake, I think of you. I am able to feel you as if you are physically here. Now, for some of us, this is not going to be actual soulmate union in the terms of love, romantic, because soulmate is multitudinous, it's everything. And it's a collective of souls that completely adore you, whether they're physical or not. So this might not be physical. With the Nine of Swords, it takes it out of the physical realm. So like I said, it could be the benevolent ancestors, the exalted, pure, bright, blissful beings, the ascended masters, the angelic assistants. And they're saying like, we are love, yet we're going into separation because of some slight or offense or perceived. Now, there wasn't the Seven of Cups. So if we did misattribute, mislabel, misjudge, mislabel, misjudge, misperceive, mistake, misuse, mistreat, or if that happened to us, we've already moved on from it. Eight of Cups, Six of Cups, it's been healed already. Or it should have been at the very least. I think we want bigger, brighter, and better, Page of Wands, so we're looking to manifest new. And it actually, as it turns out, the old is where to go because we're the new. And that's not something I normally suggest, so I completely understand the impetus to move on and find greener pastures. I believe that once you move on, you don't go back to where you've gone. Just take any step as long as it's ahead and not backwards. So take good care. See you in the next one. We said the closing prayers. Until we meet again, until we read again. Namaste Dandava and Ashe. Sayonara Rasvidani Avidazain. Take good care. This was Critical Junctures to Cosmic Love. Critical Junctures to Higher Love. See you in the next one. Ciao.